NuubCast. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another NuubCast. This is Blomus bringing you this 1v1 on Shakura's Plateau between my good friend Zernex, the red Protoss, his opponent in the blue Zerg pieces is Bubba Fatty. Bubba McFatty Fat. Bubba Fat Fatty Fat Fatter McFattison. That's what I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying? Welcome to NuubCast, where it is our complete joy to show you that awesome games can happen at the non-pro level. Looks like I'm experiencing a slight bit of lag here. It's not that bad, so I'm going to let it fly. Even though I'm pretty sure I know what the source is, I do not care. Word is boom. Yeah, well, I don't know about you guys, but I did not get to watch much of MLG this past weekend. Going to go back and look at some of the VODs as soon as possible, but you know, I'm finding myself a little lacking a bit of motivation lately, and I think it's because of my addiction to Skyrim, man. I just want to finish that game. But I don't want to finish it, I just want to play everything in it, and it's friggin' long, and man, it's so good, but it's like, I don't know, it's starting to get a little repetitive, so I might get tired of it and come back and play more StarCraft, because I have not touched this game from a player standpoint in weeks, as we see Zernex doing the normal Protoss build on this map, which would be to fast expand, drop a forge and a gateway, put up a cannon when the forge finishes. Probably may or may not finish this. He saw the Lings coming, which his opponent did a 6-pool, and so he's sending out Lings, but the Lings aren't going to get in. The forge is going to finish, he's going to put a cannon down, and right before this gateway finishes, he will likely cancel this gateway and put up a cyber core, putting down extra cannons just in case his forge falls. And he may not actually have the opportunity to cancel this gateway because of all the Lings there, so it's going to finish. It is going to finish. The forge is going to fall. Oh, he did! He got run by, but the probe was there, handling it. And man, able to drive the Lings away. Very nicely played by Zernex. And in the meantime, Bubba Fatty, not expanding, just trying to get some drones, trying to get some kind of economic advantage. Zernex, let me check here. Look at the units. We have, it's tied up 14 to 14. It's pretty even food-wise. Zernex has a couple of extra drones, and these zealots out here are going to be able to do fine. Oh, that was a pylon, not a cannon. Interesting. So he is going to go ahead and expand, and you see the Zerg getting his hatch down too. So basically, this game is even. There is nobody's ahead. They're both getting their expansions up, so yeah, it's basically like the 6-pool didn't happen. Good job by Zernex for defending it, and you know, that's, if he doesn't do well defending it, obviously it's a win for Bubba Fatty, but kind of dumb because once he defends it, nobody's ahead. It's so it almost encourages Zerg to do those kinds of builds. And he might just all in again. He might get this 2-base and just do a 2-base Roach all in, which it looks like he wants to do. He's not making any Zerglings. He's not getting Zergling speed, although he doesn't have the gas for it yet, so he may yet get it. Though he did drop a Roach Warren, which I don't think is 100 gas, but anyway. Because Zernex is just making Zealots right now, and if he gets there and roaches are made, because it's a long walk, and it's presumable that the roaches could be finished by the time he actually makes it over there. Then, and there's a spine too, so he may or may not do some damage here. Ling's out here patrolling, just checking things out. Got Overlord looking for expansions. Tzarenix finally getting his transfer down. Bubba Fatty already mining from this expansion. Has a queen, getting a second spine and a second queen down here. He must have seen the zealots coming, waiting for that spine to finish. He's going to be able to kill. Well, he's not going to be able to kill much. I don't think he's going to do that damage. He's going to be able to kill the Zerglings. Oh, he's going to run by. Look at that. I thought he would stay and kill the queens. He could kill a queen. Actually, he could probably kill both these queens. These zealots are pretty low. If he wants to kill anything, he needs to get in there and do it. Because he's going to lose these zealots very quick. They have very little life. And this roach, particularly on creep, these guys can kite this all day. And he's going to get in here and get one drone kill. Not even one drone kill. So yeah, that was a lot of micro. Curious to see if he... Nope, he's still fine with probes. Doesn't look like his macro slipped at all while he was doing that, so good for him. He's a little bit behind on food, but I think it's because of the roaches, and he lost all of those zealots, yeah. So now, Bubba Fatty, if he so choose, could run out with his roaches, and... Oh no, he dropped a couple more cannons, so... Which is what you need to do if you think you're going to get roach all in. You need several cannons. And we do have some sentries coming out, finally. And things are going to stabilize from here, I think, unless Bubba Fatty is going to try to continue to be aggressive. He's not droning hard enough, I don't think, for somebody who's on 2 bases and has queens. He's getting a range upgrade. He's taking the towers, which on this map for Zerg, of utmost importance, you need to see when your opponent's coming. Warp Tech finally finishes for Tzarenix. Look at the income tab again, very close numbers wise, and so the mining is going to be close as well. This is many sentries for having already taken one expansion. I wonder if he's going to try... He has some stalkers out too somewhere. There they are. Well, there's one. This is his entire army, really. He's got one zealot, one stalker, and several... He's got another stalker out there somewhere. Okay, just keeping an eye out for drops and stuff. But the sentries are basically constituting most of his force. We have a robo or stargates. More gateways. 3 gateways going down here. Didn't see any other tech. Just getting some upgrades. Sticking with the gateway. There's the robo in the back here. Gonna need to see more mining. What's our Zerg player doing? I don't think he's done anything tech-wise apart from get this range upgrade. Does have a spore out. Overseer is in effect, so he does have layer tech. He's going to see that the robo is being made, but that's all he's going to see. He's going to fly it over the top here. The sentries are going to... So he's not going to... Stalkers are going to kill him before he can see much else. Anything else. So good. Third base for Bubba Fatterson. Third and a macro hatch. So we're getting a third and a macro hatch. It's going to be 4 hatcheries against 2 bases. And yeah, I was about to say, Tzarenix is going to need to move out and and find some aggressiveness before these finish, because if Bubba Fatty is allowed to produce from 4 hatcheries on 3 bases, Tzarenix is going to be in trouble. Oh look, he's gonna wall this off and drop his own third. I like that idea. Here comes Bubba McFattyfats. He's gonna get seen. Zelt's gonna die. He's still gonna be able to get by here? I don't know. But these pylons Could potentially go down. I think he's going to look to take these out no matter what. Oh, nice force fields. But I think the sentries are probably a little too close. They're within range of those roaches, but they are going to die. Nothing to break the roaches, so he can't chase. Oh my! A fourth base going down. Bubba Fatty getting very cocky here. His other hatcheries have finished, so he's going to have larvae to spare. He doesn't have another queen up here, so he can't inject both yet, but he has... I thought he had a second queen down here he could inject from. He may be sending her to his third, but I do not see it. Or the fourth. I do not see that either. Observer out, seeing all there is to see. Going to want to be careful here, because he's going to get seen by that. Okay. He did pull out. These roaches are up here looking for a pylon. Looking for some kind of backdoor penetrator. And Observer has got to be careful because there are spores around. And here's an Overseer being popped. Must have seen the Invisisquiggle. Now things are kind of getting a little bit turtly. I think Tzeranik sees what's out here. He's gonna have to move. He's got to make a move soon because I mean, he's getting blink. Not sure if I like that. He looks like he's going to go bit mass blink stalkers and leave this force kind of to defend, which I don't mind on this map. I think it's pretty good. You're going to see some Colossus come out. Yep, one is started. He's getting that +2. I guess since he got established on the third base, he's going to be okay, but I still don't like if Bubba Fatty macros well with all these hatcheries. He should be able to produce like a freaking balls. And even if he just masses roaches, it's going to be really hard to stop. But Tzeranik is really good with his force fields, so he should be okay. As you can see, gravitic boosters. Is that Overlord? Is that Observer? Or is that whatchamacallit? Okay, that was the Observer. Is Blink finished? Blink is not finished. Not bad. Force fields, trapping all the roaches. Oh no, no Observer over here, so these guys are basically just going to be able to heal up. But he's trying to get a nice surround on these guys. Oh, I don't like that. Now Blink is finished, so he's going to be able to chase these guys down. There's the Observer. Dead roaches. And I don't think he minds. All the mutas are out now for Bubba Fatty. He did get, obviously, a Spire. And Mutalisks on this map, very effective. It's very hard, but now that Tzeranik has Blink, he could be okay. Did he see the mutas coming? Because he's now up here to defend, and here they come. He blunked his way in, so we've got a couple more. Wow, they're not even stopping. Does he see them? Come on, get in here! Blinks in. Mutalisks start to die. Not bad. Does he counter with the Lings in the front? He is going to counter with the Lings in the front, but there's already Colossus, Zealots, several sentries out here. These Lings are deed. Super deed. And very good. Very nice job here by Tzeranik, able to keep both sides of this battle working. Blink in with the Stalkers, but kill a few Mutalisks. If they engage there, then they're just stupid. More mutas joining the flock, about 12 now. And more Ling. Oh, roaches now this time. But lots of sentries here, so nothing going to get by here without getting dead. I'm sure Tzeranik wanted to trap a few more roaches in there. There you go. cut those beastie boys off. And there's a cannon down here, so these are guys. These guys are well within vision. And now he's just letting them die. I don't understand that. He's trying to micro his mutas and his roaches at the same time. Very hard to do. Looks like he lost a few. Zernik's still fine with the stalker count. More roaches up here. Gonna get baited. Gonna get killed. Thermal Lance is finished, so they do have the range. And Zernix wants to get his 4th up. And Bubba Fatty trying to creep on his plans. And here comes more mutas and roaches in here from the other side. But the muta's starting to attack alone. Going to take out a couple of these probes and just warping in more. I really like. I guess this is the way you have to do it. I like what Zernix is doing. Mutalist Concern is a huge difficulty for Protoss, and I guess the answer is you just have to split up your army. I mean, he's got some Colossus, sentries, a few stalkers over here to deal with a lot of the roaches. He's leaving some stalkers at home, but now all the mutas are out here. He doesn't have any stalkers at home anymore, so scratch what I said. Here they come. They're all blinking their way over here. That's a lot of stalkers. Gotta get the Colossus out there. They're just hanging out. And look, 2 more hatcheries getting dropped. Tazernix has not been on this side of the map yet, and that is problematic. You have to be able to do something to keep the Zerg player from basically just bloating up like this. Pardon me. Just bloating up on bases like this. The more larvae and the more bases they have, the harder it's going to be for the Protoss later as the game progresses, particularly if he's only on 3 bases. Stalker is going to come up, going to take care of these roaches. No problem. More roaches coming out for Bubba Fatty. I would like to see... Yeah, here's... The Corruptors are out. He's got to make the tech switch to Broodlords. Hive is beginning, so he's going to have Hive tech. Corruptors are going to be fine for the Colossus. But at this point, there's just so many Stalkers. His army composition is not conducive for what he needs to do here. And now Tazernix kind of has to start moving out. We're seeing some Archons being formed, which is definitely what you want to do against Zerg in the late game. You need to have a lot of Archons. And if Tazernix gets this 4th base established, if he needs to get it established, he can get a mothership out, some Archon toilets. But this late in the game, you want to see Archons with whatever you're doing, whether it's Templar, Colossus, Mass Blink Stalker, Zealot Archon, whatever it is you're planning on doing. Archons. You want Archons to be a part of it. It looks like Bubba Fatty wants to do some kind of trade here. Tazernix is going to chase him back, and that's going to spell trouble for, not for Tazernix, but for Bubba Fatty, because he's going to basically come back here and trap him in his own base. And with the Blink Stalkers, the roaches are going to die pretty quick. And all these Colossus. The Colossus can chase them up onto the high ground. Obviously, the Stalkers can blink up there. He's going to probably lose this Robo. But this is not a good trade for Bubba Fatty at all. And even though he's still ahead in the food count, he's ahead because he's making more units right now, not because he's winning anything. And he did just make 23 roaches, which at this point, in the late game, you don't want to just keep adding roaches to your army composition. You need to have... you need to be doing something a little more helpful. Get some infestors. Obviously, once your hive tech is finished and your greater spire is finished, get your broodlords out. But continuing to throw roaches at your opponent is not a cost-effective way, especially when you're up against Protoss that's 2-3 with Mass Blink Stalker and Observers and 5 Colossus. It's just, you're pretty much dead. So Tazernix is going to come in here. He's going to just destroy these expansions, and Bubba Fatty's going to try to trade with 6 Colossus, and if Xernex warps in some Stalkers, they're all dead here. But he's maxed, so he's not warping anything in just yet. Lots of drones going by here and getting killed. Is he going to chase them? I guess not. Spine's getting killed. Colossus doing some damage. Those same guys still trying to work on this. Xernex just letting it go now. I think his army is big enough at this point where it doesn't matter. The Broodlords, he's only got 7. It's not going to be enough. This is way too much. He's already thrown away a ton of his army in roaches. There's the blink forward. He's hoping against hope that when the Broodlords pop, and here they are, the first bit, it's going to be, how many is it going to be? He's got a bunch of Corruptors, but he doesn't have enough gas to warp all these, and now he's lost his hive. It doesn't even matter. All these guys are going to be alone, so they're all going to pop. It's a bunch. It's a bunch of Broodlords, but it doesn't matter because he's going to lose all his tech here, and unless he just like goes to the fringes, which he can do. But Xernex is just going to be able to run away and then blink in. We'll see how it goes. Infestor, finally, one Infestor being made. But that was you need those against Blinkstalker. You've got to have Infestors. You've got to be able to keep the Stalkers from blinking away from your broods. And what was that noise? Oh, the burrowed roaches. So what's he doing? Nothing. All these guys are just sitting back here. Where are all the other broods moving in here? And they're on their own. So he needs his Colossus. He needs to wait for the Colossus. What is he doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Are you just sacking Stalkers to keep these guys where they are? What are you doing? I wonder if he knew what was happening there. Bubba Fatty is trying to bait him. He's got these guys hidden, but that's not going to help. I think he's hoping for some kind of flank. Oh, look. Oh my. These guys are going to get stuck. He doesn't have any vision here, so he's not going to be able to kill these. Colossus are going to get stuck. All your Archons are going to... I do not like this at all. What's happening here? Was ist los, man? See, these guys, you can't have Broodlords by themselves. I don't care how many you have because of this. I mean, these guys right there, all by themselves, are going to kill everything. They're going to kill the Corruptors, and then all the Broodlords are going to die. Doesn't even matter. This is going to be GG. Gotta be GG. Notice how your race is mapping easy. Yeah, it's easy. That sounds like a little QQ to me. Notice how you didn't make anything but roaches and broodlords. How about trying to mix up your army composition and do something other than 2 units? Maybe some hydras mixed in. Definitely some infestors you needed. Never made any. I think you made 1 and didn't even use it. So before you start crying about how somebody else's race is easier, maybe you should use your race. And that's all I gotta say. Keep climbing that ladder. Good game, Taz. Peace.